One of the interesting feature with Oracle Apex is the storing of image files in the database and then displaying it. Earlier, it was quite complex. Just you can. It was far more simpler if you're storing any text, any numeric values. It was far more simpler. But when you want to store an image in the database column in the data type as blob, it is always quite complex. You need to have appropriate procedures. I mean, you need to point out to a location and then where it is available, and then store it in the database. And displaying also was little complex. But all this image upload feature plus the display feature, both of them is far more simpler with the latest version of Apex. So we will see that how, and again, images can be for maybe for your employee, you want to store the employee picture, or if you're creating online shopping, then the all the products you want to store it in the database file. I mean, database as a database column itself. It's far more simpler. So for demonstration purpose, yeah, I've created a simple table employee where the employee name and employee name employee. If you look at the DDL, it's pretty straightforward. Employee name, then E number, employee name, and the picture column as well. So a picture is of course the data type as block. So block data type is where you store the picture information. So now let's create an application, interactive report application, where we can associate a form also where you store this information, and then you can also display it, particularly the employee name. So to do that, yes, go to the apps builder and say create. So here I want to say employee form and report. This is the application I want to create. Use app wizard. Then you say add page, and in the add page I want to create an interactive report. So click on the interactive report, employee form and report. So table is the our employee table, and I want to include a form as well. So employee report, I include the form also so that it's kind of an interactive one. You can also create the new employees. So add page. So page is added. Now you create an application. So the application will get created, and now go to the. So now if you run it also, when you run the application, yeah, one, then it is now there is no data here, and I wanted to create a data. So because it's an interactive form and a report doesn't have any data, I create a so I'll say 100. Then I say employee name. I just give an arbitrary name as John, uh, and I can choose. So image upload, because it's a blog data type, is giving choose the file, image file. So because it's a block data type in the database we have designed, and in the creation of the table we have done it. So now I'm uploading the John pic, the employee name John pic, and then I say create. So it is created, but the pic is supposed to be downloaded. But instead of downloading that image and image, if I want to display the John image itself, picture itself. So it's far more simple now. Go to page, whatever the page, edit that page. All you need to do is instead of the column, if you look at the column is download blob, that's where it is becoming as a download, allowing you to download. So instead of that, you can say display image, as simple as that. And then, yeah, now you run it. Yes, it gives you the picture of that, because the um, form come report that is already stored. You want, you can edit as well, downloadable. And if you want, yes, you can also center it. So as simple as that, in the form report using the blob data type. And how does it happens? You can understand it better if we create a report instead of form report. Already data is there as 100 John, it's already there. So what if you want to create a report and display? It is not that just like you can do a select employee number, employee name, and pick. It won't get displayed, and that's where the catch is. You need to call up the appropriate functionality and show that that functionality only can display that data. That is very critical. Because it is auto created, you will not see it over here. We'll see that when you create an kind of a report, you will visualize that as well. We'll see that as well. Now let's go deeper into it and how to the actual display of image is done. We'll create a report, and then a bit of a tweaking is need to be done so that you understand it better. So we will do a simple classic report. Say display employee. That's what we are going to do. And then from the this is from the employee table. That's pretty straightforward. And then, yeah, create that table. So the page is created. Some tweaking need to be done in this one. What we need to do is we need to make it based on the SQL instead of, because while retrieving the image, you need to pass a function to first determine the size, and then you can, then only you got to display it. So what you need to do is make it based on SQL first, and then you need to pass a function. See, if this is a SQL query, straight select, but that will not get displayed. So you need to tweak, call a function to do this modification. Is listed over here. It is this one, system dbms lob. First you need to get the length of that object. So just copy paste instead of the pick, system um, system dbms system dot dbms um, underscore lob dot get length dot pick. So this is the important one. You need to rename it. Instead of pick, you need to have this done. So just check whether the passing is perfect, or here you can see employee name, then sys dot dbms underscore lob get length, that column name, that is pick, where it is stored as blob, as image, and then employee. So, and now if you look at the employee, it's plain text. So if you run it over here, let's see what happens when you run it, this one alone. So let me run it. So you'll get the size of the image in kilobytes, that is 6218. But that is not our intention. Our intention is to display it as an image. So what you need to do is go to page 4 again. Instead of plain text, you just need to say display image. Then you save it. Okay. And I have to give the table name, employees, and then again the type of blob type column is pick, and primary key is employee number. So you have to ideally provide that. So to the changes we made is on the query, the SQL query. We made change as SQL query instead of table and gave this. And then we also made changes for the image as what it is based on the table name, what is the blob column, and primary key. Now you save it, and now you run it, and there you get the image as well. So if you want, you can do some layout centering to make it more attractive. Now, yeah, it comes to the center. That way, see that functionality of in SQL is what gives you the information. And then, of course, you can do further customizations if you want. Say, for example, in page 2, you can add a button as well. If, for example, under employees, I create a button uh, and say display, or you say open report. Report. We okay. It's here. And again, mm, instead of submit page, you need to redirect to that page. Target page is display employee. That is the when you click on the button, it should open up. Yeah. Now you save it, and now if you run it, you'll see a open report. And again, this is a interactive form report. And now if you click on this report, it should call the other page, which is the report page, display employee, which we created and which we had the all the functionality defined. That is DBMS functionality which was defined. So this feature is quite useful when you want to store an image file into the database as a blob, and then use that in your either in your forms, or you want to use that in the report. You want to display the report. Yes, some little bit of tweaking needs to be done, and then it will display the image. I hope you found this useful as how to display an image using Oracle Apex. Thanks and cheers.